From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight on the news, as families of the community of Uvalde grieve, new questions about the police response and how the shooter made it into the school unobstructed.
A disabled mother to have 4 children, and you want to do your best because you're a mom. This is going to be an amazing thing for me.
A Lincoln family is given a new start with an ADA-friendly home.
But first, Lincoln police reporting yet another shooting in the capital city. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. A teenager was shot last night. The third reported shooting in Lincoln in less than a week. Officials say it all started near Seacrest Field at 70th and A Streets around 7:30 last night. They say while a group of teens was arguing over a feud that started online, a 15-year-old in a mask stepped out of a car and fired at another vehicle. Now, police were able to locate the suspect and they arrested him. He faces second-degree assault along with several other charges. The 17-year-old victim had a bullet graze his head. He is expected to be okay. This comes after a pair of shootings in Lincoln this last weekend that killed 2 people. Police say they've made no arrests in either case. We also have a new update on last month's mass shooting that happened at an Iowa nightclub. The man accused of killing 1 person and injuring 10 others at Cedar Rapids' Taboo nightclub pled not guilty this week. 32-year-old Timothy Rush faces a long list of charges, including murder. Investigators say surveillance video shows him shooting into a large crowd. They say Rush fired both intentionally and randomly after another gunman opened fire. In other national news, President Biden and the First Lady will travel to Uvalde to pay tribute to the victims on Sunday. This as investigators are working to try and figure out exactly what happened the day a gunman opened fire inside a school in Texas there, killing 19 children and 2 teachers. ABC's Morgan Norwood reports from Texas.
As families in the Uvalde community continue to grieve, new questions about the police response and how the suspect made it into the school unobstructed.
There was not an officer readily available, armed, no.
Law enforcement now going frame by frame of this video showing the suspect entering the school, piecing together the details of the response as part of their investigation. One witness telling ABC's Matt Gutman what he saw as police arrived at the scene.
Some of them just stood there and said, well, why aren't they going in?
Authorities say the gunman was inside Robb Elementary for 40 minutes before he was killed by a Border Patrol SWAT team member. 19 children and 2 teachers were dead. One father says law enforcement didn't act quickly enough to save his 10-year-old daughter's life.
They said they rushed in and all that. We didn't see that.
Our officers, when they engaged, they were doing everything they could. There are broken windows where agents were trying, and officers and law enforcement personnel were trying to evacuate some of the children. Our agents acted swiftly and very heroically.
Law enforcement say Salvador Ramos's shooting spree began with his own grandmother. He shot her in the face and then took off in her truck before crashing about a block and a half near the school. Then, dressed in tactical gear, police say he ran toward the school with a backpack and an AR-15 style rifle. With the motive still unclear, questions now about missed warning signs and the string of private messages between the gunman and a 15-year-old girl who calls herself Cece in Germany. ABC News reviewing that text thread he allegedly sent the teen he met online.
And ABC News talking with the teen in those Facebook messages, she says she didn't reply until she got word about what happened. She says she wonders if there was anything that she could do to change the shooter's mind. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Uvalde, Texas.
Meanwhile, the NRA is still planning to hold its annual convention in Texas,
but without guns during former President Trump's speech that's scheduled for tomorrow. The event will take place as scheduled in Houston, which is just a few hours away from Uvalde. The mayor says the city cannot cancel the convention due to a binding contract with the NRA. However, the convention hall will not allow any firearms from any audience members during Trump's speech. Other confirmed speakers include Governor Greg Abbott and Senator Ted Cruz.
I think the better question is, why would, for example, elected officials be going and speaking at the NRA convention?
The NRA issued a statement offering sympathy to the victims and families, noting, quote, "As we gather in Houston, we will reflect on these events, pray for the victims, recognize our patriotic members, and pledge to redouble our commitment to making our schools secure," end quote. There are protests expected. As President Biden and the First Lady prepare to head to Uvalde, the conversation on Capitol Hill over gun laws is being hotly debated.
Republicans are pushing back on Democrats' calls for tighter gun legislation and are pointing to mental illness as the main issue. But some psychiatrists say that argument is unfounded and even harmful. ABC's M. Nguyen has more now from Washington.
Americans still reeling from the Uvalde school shooting that left 19 third and fourth graders and 2 teachers dead. Texas Governor Greg Abbott insisting guns were not the problem.
We have a problem with mental health illness in this community.
But Dr. Adjoa Smalls-Monte, an emergency room psychiatrist, says that view is too simplistic and can stigmatize an entire community. Most individuals suffering mental illness do not engage in violent acts, including mass shootings.
It's important to understand that most shooters are not mentally ill to the extent where they've lost touch with reality and they do not understand what they're doing. They are very methodical in what they're doing.
She says wider access to guns in this country is likely a bigger contributing factor to gun violence and mass shootings.
Really, I think the large nature of the killings where you're able to kill 5, 10, 15 people occurs because of the destructive nature of the weapons that people have access to.
In fact, as of 2018, it was estimated Americans owned 120 guns per 100 people, making up about 40% of the world's total gun ownership, according to the Small Arms Survey. That number predicted to rise along with the already surging gun violence. Sources tell ABC News that Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell met with Texas Senator John Cornyn and gave his blessing to bipartisan negotiations on gun legislation. But Democratic leaders accuse Republicans of being opposed to the gun reforms that polls show most Americans want. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
Well, it's been a few days, but the spigot has officially shut off here in Lincoln. John, it was nice to see the sun today.
That's right. It took a while, but the sun finally did start to break out. The clouds are moving from west to east, clearing skies the same direction. We do see mostly clear skies right now as we take a live look from here at the station to the northwest. Just a couple of puffy clouds out there, and that's about it. Same story as we take a live look to the northwest from Honda of Lincoln. You can see just a few clouds out there, but it's definitely nice to see some sunshine out there. You can see the clouds that have been moving off to the east that we were stuck with for quite some time. Still dealing with cloudy skies along the Iowa, Kansas, and make that the Missouri and Nebraska border. Elsewhere back to the west, skies are definitely clear right now. A few cumulus clouds popping up out to the western portion of the state, and that's where they will remain tonight. Temperature-wise, significantly warmer, especially where we saw more sunshine today. So temperatures running 20 to 25 degrees warmer than this time yesterday out towards the Tri-Cities. It's 14 degrees warmer in Lincoln, and we've hit our high temperature of the day as of right now, 67 degrees, and we may even go up another couple of degrees before the day is over. It's 70 now in York, 73 in Aurora, and 76 degrees in Grand Island. For the rest of this evening, we'll keep temperatures eventually starting to drop back off. We'll have clear skies around with winds out of the north. Our temperatures will be getting on the cool side by tomorrow morning, but we'll have a chance to see the space station tonight. We'll talk about that, as well as some warmer and more humid air coming our way in time for the holiday weekend. We'll have the details coming up in my Storm Alert Team forecast.
Sounds good. Thank you very much, John. A Lincoln mother was partially paralyzed while giving birth.
And for 19 years, she was unable to move freely around her home as it was not large enough to fit her wheelchair. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez spoke with this mother about how her life has changed. It all happened this morning. Ariana?
Yeah, Awel Dong and her family received their keys to their new ADA-friendly home this morning through the Habitat for Humanity Lincoln. It took about 2 years, many local volunteers, and donations to make this a reality.
As a mother, you want to do your best for your children, and you want your children to rely on you. And this home is not just a dream home. It's a home that will make me that super mother.
Not only was having an ADA-friendly home for Awell to be able to use her wheelchair and walker so important, but the Habitat for Humanity Lincoln made new partnerships to build their first ever insulated concrete forms home. Insulated concrete forms, or ICF, means the home is made with walls of concrete, and it can help the family save about 50% on utilities.
The lumber industry had some snags in the last couple of years with pricing, and when you factor in all the benefits that you have with an insulated concrete form and building your structure, you're going to save that money plus.
Tonight on the news at 6, I'll tell you what Awell and her family are looking forward to most as they move into their new home.
Oh, it's so great to hear. All right. Thank you so much, Ariana. Look forward to your report. You know, one reason Habitat for Humanity is able to do things like this is with help from Give to Lincoln Day,
which is today, and one organization is looking to save a 7-decade-old mural in downtown Lincoln. I'm sure you've all seen it. We're talking about the 700,000 square tiles on the outside of the old Pershing Auditorium. It's scheduled to be demolished along with the building in September. Now, the committee to save the mural was created to save artwork, but it's not cheap. It's going to take around $1 million, and the group only has until June 1st to get that money raised.
The mural reflects Nebraska, our culture, our topography. It was made for Nebraska. It's part of our history. It's worth preserving.
The organization only needs to raise a little more than $250,000 to meet that $1 million goal. If you'd like to donate, you can go to givetolincoln.com and click on the Nebraska Historical Society Foundation, which is also raising money to save the mural. How about we talk about some sports now and look ahead to fall?
Why not? Nebraska football releasing kickoff times for a good chunk of their schedule. They did that today, and Channel 8's Joseph Nasser joins us now with some of the matchups to be looking out for. Joseph?
Top of the morning to you, Rod and Megan. 7 Husker kickoff times were released just today. Scott Frost and company get the action started across the pond in Ireland. Nebraska playing Northwestern in Dublin in the Aer Lingus College Football Classic. The Huskers beat the Wildcats by 49 points last year. Here in Lincoln, Northwestern thirsty for a pint of revenge. Kickoff for this game set for 11:30 a.m. on Fox. That's 5:30 p.m. in Irish time. After their trip to Ireland, the Huskers will return to Memorial Stadium for a 4-game homestand. Game 3 of that stretch, a national stage for a classic college football rivalry. The Huskers playing a new-look Oklahoma Sooners team. The Sooners lost their head coach Lincoln Riley and their top 2 quarterbacks this offseason. Current Husker quarterback Casey Thompson threw 5 touchdowns last year against Oklahoma when he was with Texas a season ago. This game is scheduled for 11 a.m. on Fox. Again, a nationally televised game. The big noon kickoff pregame show is coming to Lincoln, so Husker fans will want to get up bright and early for that one. The following week, a homecoming game against Indiana kicks off the Big Ten portion of the schedule. For the Huskers, they haven't played the Hoosiers since 2019. That game gets underway at 6 or 6:30 p.m. on October 1st. Here's the full slate of games that have been released. As is tradition, the Huskers will close out their season on Black Friday against Iowa at 3 p.m. And those non-conference home games early in the season, North Dakota and Georgia Southern. I may be getting ahead of myself here, guys, but could the Huskers, could they be 3-0 heading into that nationally televised Oklahoma game? I know that will have Rod doing Oklahoma drills in excitement just for the thought of that. What do you say, Rod?
I tell you what, we were talking earlier, it's not even summer yet, and I'm already looking forward to the fall. For some, I know you are too.
Oh,
Less than 100 days. It's exciting stuff.
Thank you so much, Joseph. Sad news now from the entertainment industry. Actor Ray Liotta has died.
The New Jersey native passed away in his sleep while working on a project in the Dominican Republic. Many people know him from such films like the baseball drama Field of Dreams and the lead role in Martin Scorsese's gangster classic Goodfellas. He's survived by a daughter and a fiancé. Ray Liotta was 67 years old. Still to come on the news tonight, drivers everywhere can agree on one thing: the price of gas is crazy.
How are some drivers cutting costs? That in your full forecast right after the break. Stay with us.
With Memorial Day fast approaching, customers will still be paying more at the pump.
The national average for gasoline right now is almost $4.60 a gallon. That's according to AAA. And with millions of Americans preparing to road trip over the holiday weekend, how are drivers finding ways to save money?
Drivers everywhere can agree on one thing. The price of gas is skyrocketing.
We get enough fuel to go along and get the jobs done.
It's always a surprise at the end when you fill it up, because all of a sudden it's about $20 more than it used to be, or $25 more than it used to be.
Since E85 is much cheaper than regular gasoline, we checked with customers to see if that impacts what they buy.
It's cheaper and it runs better in my opinion.
Nico Saldana drives a truck and makes a conscious effort to buy E85 whenever he can.
I don't know, if I can get to a gas station where there's E85, I'll try and make it, rather than just throw 87 in the tank, because it's going to cost me probably close to $100, if not more.
Motorists buying E85 fuel because it's cheaper is something mechanic Tim Carper has seen before, but he urges the importance of knowing your vehicle.
They're just not reading the pumps. I just had a phone call 20 minutes ago stating their vehicle ran pretty crappy and it wasn't running all that great. She put in E85, but it says it is compatible with the E85. But however, it's starting to run pretty bad.
The government says some cars that are made to use flex fuel, also known as E85, will actually run better. Carper says the key is to understand what's compatible with your car.
Look at the gas cap. You're going to have a yellow gas cap, which will either tell you it's E85, the color of it. Just kind of do research. Simple thing is look at Google and look up the year, make, and model.
Most cars made after 2001 can use E15. In fact, Iowa just enacted a law requiring most gas stations to sell it. The blend costs more than E85, but less than regular unleaded. The EPA says with E15, your mileage drop is usually less than 5%. It's worth it for some at the pump.
Here in the Midwest, ethanol is our answer. Okay, it's good for the farmers, good for the economy.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
It took some time, but we got to it. Finally seeing some sunshine and blue skies around southeast Nebraska just makes the day feel better. After 2 days of what were basically washouts as we had rain moving through the area, picking up nearly 2 inches of rain in a 2-day total. Once you factor in today, at least in Lincoln, we made it to 2.04 inches of rain over the course of 3 days. Look down towards Beatrice, and it's a nice looking day down there for sure. The winds aren't too bad. We'll take you up to Honda of Lincoln in southwest Lincoln, looking off to the southwest. Again, a beautiful looking sky out there this evening. You can see that also in visible satellite imagery. Again, it did take a while to burn the clouds off, or at least get the clouds out of here in Lancaster County, also down towards Gage County. And those of you out in Grand Island and Hastings are saying, what are you talking about? It's been sunny all day long. And that's where temperatures have definitely been warmer today. Off to the east, showers, and that pesky low that were bringing us the rain the last couple of days. The surface low is up across northeastern Missouri. Upper low is down now, beginning to move into southeast Missouri. And with thunderstorms developing out ahead of this cold front into Indiana, as well as Ohio, Kentucky, and even tornado warnings down into North Carolina this evening. Temperature-wise, where you've seen more sunshine today, temperatures have definitely been warmer. It's 76 right now in Grand Island. It's 75 in Central City, where the clouds took a little longer. We're sitting at 67 degrees in Lincoln, but our temperature keeps going up. Just looking at the inter-hourly temperatures, and we're probably going to hit 68 degrees. We may even hit 69 degrees by 6 o'clock. For the rest of this evening, we'll have clear skies around. Temperatures will begin to drop. Upper 50s by 10 o'clock. Eventual morning lows down to 48 degrees in Lincoln, 48 in Seward, and 46 degrees in Beatrice. A cool start to tomorrow morning, and I think there's also a chance we may see some patchy fog developing with a light wind around, and we've also got all that moisture that's in the ground. We may see some of that begin to develop. I think it's not going to be widespread, I think. I think it's going to be more in the way of some patchy fog. Also tonight, with clear skies around, there's a chance to see the space station. It's going to be a later night observation. Be visible for 3 minutes starting at 11:23. It starts in the northwest sky and exits off to the north. Stormcast for tomorrow is going to show you a lot of sunshine as we go through the day. By noon, temperatures into the 70s. By late afternoon, we may start to see some high thin clouds beginning to move in, but temperatures should respond back up into the low 80s. Looking for 81 in Lincoln, 81 in Seward, 81 in Beatrice. Mid-80s as you head out towards Grand Island, Hastings, as well as in Kearney. So if you need to get yard work done, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday all look good, at least as far as precipitation-wise. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday starts to turn much more humid and warmer, with temperatures climbing into the 90s, especially for Sunday and Monday, and the humidity will be getting high as well as dew points climb into the upper 60s, maybe even up near 70 degrees. So beyond that, we'll have a chance for some thunderstorms coming Tuesday night as a cold front begins to move in. As that passes, we'll see cooler temperatures back behind that, with highs back in the mid-70s for Wednesday and Thursday, with maybe another chance. Actually, I need to take that thunderstorm off for next Thursday. It's just going to be plain sunny that day with a high of 78 degrees, and then chances for showers and thunderstorms by the following weekend.
All right, thank you very much, John. A great day on Wall Street. The Dow jumping 517 points. NASDAQ is also up 306. We'll be right back.
It's time for us to say goodbye. We appreciate you joining us.
Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
DQ is taking your taste buds for a ride with the new Signature Stack Burger menu, featuring 5 mouth-wowing cheeseburgers. Like, try the new DQ Signature Stack Burger menu today. DQ, happy tastes good.